Hey guys, this is going to be my first makeup video. I do watch a lot of YouTube videos on makeup and beauty and how-tos and all those things that the gurus on here make, and I was really excited to try this because I do own a lot of makeup. The most that I wear my makeup is during parties and when I go out at night, which is when I get to do my more fun looks. But during the day I usually wear a neutral makeup like this, where it's just, you know, brown eyeshadow. You can wear this wherever, not much standing out, and just some eyeliner and mascara. But for the most part, I own a lot of makeup from different brands, so I feel like I'm able to give a lot of reviews. Because like any makeup user, I did start out with the cheap brands, and then I moved on to MAC, and then from there just went through all the counters at Macy's and kind of tried a little bit of here and a little bit there. So I hope I'm able to give you guys some insight on what I know about makeup and some tips and tricks that I use to achieve my looks. So I wanted to start out with what brushes I use. So let's start with the face. The brush I probably use the most for my face is the 187 brush. I said are because I have two of them. This is great for liquid foundation. I've only ever really used this brush foundation-wise with liquid, so I can't tell you if it works with any powders or cream foundations or anything like that. But what I do is I just put a pump of my liquid foundation onto my hand, or I tap out how much I think I need, which with this brush is really just a small amount. And then I just push it onto the bristles, like so. And then I just press it over my face. While you're doing this, you'll notice that the tip of the bristles come to little points that are full of the foundation that you need. And as you press this onto your face, the makeup becomes distributed on your skin, and so the stippling motion starts to spread out the bristles and makes it like this again, where it's dry. So after that, you're able to spread it more evenly. And then you just tap it over here. And I mean, it takes a lot longer than what I'm showing you now, but and then if you need more, you just go back to your little palettes, which is my hand most of the time because I'm not fancy enough to use like something like a CD, which I saw this one girl use. I forget what her name is. I'll link it on the side somewhere. And yeah, so it's like that. And that's it. And then I just spread it out so I don't get the little streaks in my skin, and then I look perfect. I also use the 187 brush for blush and bronzer. And I know that it's a little dirty right now because I just used these like earlier today. So what I do is I swirl it through my powder, and then I just tap off the excess on my hand like this. A lot of people flick their brushes. But I don't know. I feel like this gives it a soft thing to rub against, and I don't like flicking it because I keep worrying that I'm going to nick my brush, and I'm like really anal about that. I don't like when they're scratched or when the colors fade on it. I even painted a clear coat of clear nail polish across this, and it does stand out a little bit, but I just didn't want the MAC 187 to fade on it, so I do not care. I just want to be able to read it when I feel like it. And for that, I just do the same stippling motion over the apples of my cheeks when I'm using my blush, and then I just press it back a little bit, up here, a little up towards my temple, because I like to have like that sweeping, like dramatic look. And then after that, I just swirl it out and buff it into my skin until it gives that nice airbrush glow. Because with that brush, you can achieve that, and I love it. I love it. Everyone's always asking me how I do my makeup, and I'm like, oh, well, let me give you a little lesson. So after that, I also use the Kabuki brush by MAC. This is the 182, and it's amazing. I actually got this the other day because I wanted to get something new to apply my Studio Fix powder with. And when I use the Studio Fix powder by itself, I use this brush. And I just use it to swirl through the powder, and I don't really tap off that much, I don't really care. And then I just buff it onto my face over my primer and moisturizer. And what it does is it gives you a good amount of coverage because it's really dense. As soft as it is and as like hard looking as it looks, when you rub it across your skin or even just your face, it just feels amazing. I love it. I can't get enough of this brush. I think I wrote about it in my blog, how I was just sitting there like, oh, I love it, I love it. And it does apply the exact amount that you need, so it's pretty nice. This is what the tip looks like. And the base is like that. I still have to apply the clear coat of nail polish onto this so this doesn't fade, because I know I'll be getting a lot of use out of it. I'm just so glad I picked it up, because I used to use that crappy Target one and it was just so scratchy and horrible. I hated it. So moving on. I also use this brush, which is the 129, I believe. Yep. And I don't use this for blush as it's described on the website. I use it as a powder. What I do is I apply my Select Sheer Pressed Powder from MAC. It's just a pressed powder to go over my fixed foundation so I can set it. And I just open it up and I just swirl it through, tap off the excess on my finger. You can see the dust flying after I use it. And then I just gently pat it onto the areas of my face where I know that there's going to be oil. And then I just sweep it off of it, and then I just apply the rest of it over my face. And I do it above the brow bone, and then I sweep it. Because what I wanted to do was just pack on the color, and then smooth it out, which helps. In my case anyway, because I want to get that glow on my face. So then I put that away. And then another face brush I use is the 116. The 168, I'm sorry. The 168 is used for contouring, and this is a large contour brush. And I find that it's not dense enough. I mean, when I first got it, it was really thin. Like, it was super small and perfect, like this, and it was all like fluffed down, because you know when you buy the brushes, they have like that plastic wrap around the outside. But after I washed it the first time, it fluffed out on me, and it's just not how it was when I first got it. So when I first got it, I was able to apply it like directly into the hollows of my cheeks. And I mean, I can still do that now, but it's just not what I'm used to. So I don't really use this for contouring as much as I'd like. I want to, but I'm planning on getting the 109, which I hear is a lot better for contouring because it's just this tiny brush and it's perfect and you can use the sides. So what I really do is I just use the tip of this and I dip it in the powder, and then I kind of like hollow it out in strokes like this. And I only go in one direction, and then I blend it out. Because this way, it's kind of like when you apply color into your eye where you want the shadow to go dark here and then end up lighter here. So you only apply it in one direction when you're sweeping it on, if that's what you do. I do that sometimes with when I'm blending things. And I do the same thing in my cheek because I want the darkest color to be here, where supposedly it's the deepest crease of my face. So I go like this and just apply it underneath your cheekbone to highlight it. Or, I'm sorry, to give it a contour with your bronzer or contouring powder. The last face brush I use is the Bare Escentuals concealer brush. I think what's it called? Max Coverage Concealer. I love this brush. I think it's made out of Taklon fibers, so synthetic fibers, and it's good because it just picks up color and distributes it on your face instead of sucking up all the color into the brush. So you can even see it working when you apply it, like over your little blemishes and whatnots. Like I have one right here on my cheek because I started using Bare Minerals and it really broke me out and it gave me like this huge cystic acne zit. It was so gross. So it's still going away, but you can see it right there. But I covered it with this, and then I applied my foundation over it, then tapped on some sheer pressed powder. Anyway, and then you just use this to cover up your little blemishes. I mean, I don't hold it like that. I hold it like this. And I can even use it under my eye. What I do is I will get the doe foot of my concealer. I'll just take it out, tap it on, one little dot right there, and then I'll spread it around with this brush. I don't have huge under eye circles. I just have bags right now because I haven't been sleeping well lately and I've been having to get up for class. It's all the partying I do over the weekend. And so that's it for my face brushes. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something from it. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and subscribe and add comments and rate me even if you hate me, and just let me know what you think.